Good morning, everybody. How are you? Nice to see you again, Jason. How are you doing?
Hi, teacher. Hello there.
Hello, how are
I'm quite
you?
good. Thank you. What about you?
Hi, teacher. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, teacher.
Good morning. I'm glad that everyone could connect today. I know it's a little bit early, but I'm sorry, guys. My schedule is kind of crazy. But I appreciate that you guys are here with me. How are you doing? How has been your week?
In my case, it's been relaxing. Um, yeah, I'm doing the practices again, but this week I
Mm.
wasn't at the school. I
Hmm.
Yeah, just one day, 1 hour, and no more.
Oh, oh, that's nice. Do you feel like more comfortable with the classes, or you still feel nervous?
Actually, I took your advice. Fake it till you make it, and this semester has been quite better. And even the mentor teachers I have at the school, they have told me like, oh, I see you better, Jason. You are more relaxed and you are more connected with the students. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty well. Thank you.
That's great. I'm glad that you're doing well with your practices. I know that at the beginning is overwhelming and more because I don't know why you think that the kids are going to eat you, but I feel that after a couple of times, like, how is the process, how you have to manage them, so it becomes like easier, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
That's great. I'm glad. I'm glad that you feel better. Well, we're going to start. It's a pleasure that all of you guys are here. As you know, this is a reading session, so we will be reading a lot. And I make a mistake here. This is not upper intermediate, it's actually advanced. So the class was prepared to like practice or advance English, but if there is like a part or a word that you guys don't know, let me know. I will stop the class and I will try to clarify the questions. And yeah, I try to make like this session like very, very comfortable for all of us. So you can have like the freedom to talk, to like share your opinion. This is a safe place. I don't want you to feel judged. Also, I want to let you know, guys, that I'm also learning. So I'm not God. So I will try my best. So you can like understand and kind of practice your reading skill. Okay, so Aura, can you please help me reading our goal of the class?
Yes, teacher. Our goal. By the end of this class, we will understand many ideas and arguments in a long text. Identify advantages and disadvantages. Learn topic vocabulary, ag habitat,
Mm-hmm.
conservation, captivity, and express and justify opinions.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Thank you very much. So yeah, pretty much today, the text that we are going to read is kind of like extend, like very long. So I didn't prepare that many activities because we need to focus more on the information that the text is giving us and also the way that we perceive the information, receive it, and also how can we justify and express our opinion based on the topic. So, oh, before that, I would like to introduce myself. I have known Jason for a while. He has been my partner in all these classes. I appreciate that you connect a lot to my classes, but I don't think I have met Aura or Jennifer or Robert. So nice to meet you guys. My name is Sofia. I am 27 years old. I was born in Villavicencio, Colombia, but I think 3 years ago I moved to Washington, D.C. Because I started like a visa here, like studying and working. And right now I'm studying in the UNAT, but also studying in a college here. So yeah, that's me. It's very nice to meet you. I would like to know more about you guys. You can just say your name, your age, what do you do for a living, like what's your job, um, and where do you live? Aura, do you want to start?
Yes, teacher, of course. Nice to meet you too. It's a pleasure. Um, my name is Cristina Carrillo. I'm 31 years old. I was born in Nemocon, near to Bogota. Um, Currently, I live in a small town and I work at a pharmacy. And yeah, teacher, that's it.
Nice, thank you very much. Very nice to meet you. Jennifer, do you want to introduce yourself?
Right, teacher. It is a pleasure to be here this day. And my name is Jennifer Gina Lopez Coronado. I'm, I'm 23 years old. I'm actually in my almost my last semester um, of foreign languages here in the NAT. I'm doing my practices.
I'm sorry, Jennifer. I don't think we're hearing you well. I don't know if it's just me, but you're cutting off a little bit.
Wait a moment. Can you listen to me now very well? No.
Yeah, maybe can you get closer to the mic because we hear you like very far away.
Um, now, now,
Oh yeah, a little bit better. Thank you.
okay. I I'm gonna repeat again. Okay. My name is Jennifer Gina Lopez Coronado. I'm 23 years old. Actually, I'm studying UNAT and my almost my last semester. I need to see course another semester, and I'm doing my practices. I still doing my practices. Um, I just start this semester doing my practices. I live here in Ahuachica, Cesar, with my parents. I am a Christian girl. I like um, singing and listen to music. I also play the piano, and I'm starting with the violin, and that's it.
That's great. Maybe you can play for us today at the end of the class. If you want. Um, Very nice to meet you. It's very nice that you play all these instruments and you do all these things. That's great. I tried with piano and I like it. Then I tried with the guitar and I was like, yeah, maybe music is not for me. It's too hard for me. But yeah, thank you very much. Very nice to meet you, Jennifer. Now, Robert, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, teacher and classmates. Good morning. Nice to meet you. Um, my name is Robert Rosero. Um, I am from La Hormiga Putumayo. Um, uh, I am 29 years old. I I play the guitar too. Um, I like go to the river. I like swim. Um, I like riding with my motorcycle too. And that's all, I suppose.
That's great. Thank you very much, Robert, for introducing yourself. I seen that a lot of musicians are here. That's great. Jason, can you introduce yourself again for me and for the rest of the class, please?
Sure, sure. So my name is Jason. I'm 24 years old. I also play the guitar too. Not the best one for now. I'm in my 7th semester and I am also doing the practices. I'm doing the practices in a school here where I live. I live in Villapinzón, Cundinamarca. It is like 1.5 hours from Bogota. And usually I like to take the high school, like 9th, 10th, and 11th grades, because I think I feel more connected with them and because I don't feel stuck with the English vocabulary and the grammar that one teaches to the primary, which is pretty basic for me. So yeah, that's it.
That's great. Thank you very much. Everyone plays an instrument here. That's awesome. Christina, by some reason, do you play an instrument? Or you're like me?
Sorry, teacher?
Do you play an instrument too?
No, teacher, but I would like to learn.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so
It
I
would
have
be
someone
great.
similar than me. Yeah. That's great. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, everyone, for introducing yourself. I really appreciate that you guys open your mics. I know that it's very early in the morning. And also, I don't know, maybe you feel shy or like nervous, but yeah, I really appreciate that you guys participate. Okay, so yes, thank you for being here. We already did introducing ourselves, and yeah, we're going to continue with the warm-up activity. I usually do warm-up activities to kind of like introduce the topic and kind of know and learn a little bit about what is your opinion. What do you guys think about this before we get into the topic? So, as you could see in the beginning, the topic today is, are zoos a good thing? Um, so the warm-up activity, we're going to be answering these questions. You can open your mics or you can write in the chat. I will prefer if you open your mics, but if you don't want to, you can also write in the chat. And I would like you to answer these 3 questions. Do you like zoos? Why do you like zoos? Why don't you like zoos? Have you ever visited a zoo? And how do you think that animals feel in the zoo? So who wants to answer the first question? Also, guys, if you hear me like I'm cutting up and you don't understand me, feel free to stop me because my internet right now is kind of like bad. So please let me know. Oh, I would really appreciate that. So does anyone here like zoos? Oh, Jason?
Yeah, well, answering the second question, I've been to a zoo
Okay.
and
Mhm.
yeah, I will try to say that I don't like them. I don't like them because
Okay.
the animals are encaged and they are
Mm-hmm.
not in their natural habits. For example, a
Mm-hmm.
lion. In a zoo you cannot put a zebra with a lion. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
of course not. That will be a horrible spectacle for us. So they are
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
feeded with other kind of food, and that's not natural. The For me it's okay. Okay, of course for me it's okay that a lion eats a zebra, not in front of us, but it's in its natural habit.
Mm-hmm.
So they're encaged. They are in a little spaces, and of course they will not feel right unless the zoo works as a way to preserve an species. But that's another case. So in summary, no, I don't like them at all.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for answering. Does anyone else want to answer?
Teacher, can I answer? Anyone?
Yeah, anyone. Yes.
Okay. I could like to debate about this question, and is how do animals feel in zoos?
Mhm.
Yeah, I consider that in first place, the animal lost their instincts. I don't know if you remember that case, and this little monkey called Punch. For
Mhm.
example, his
Yeah.
mother reject him because his
Mm.
mother was a, I don't know, capped when she was a baby. So,
Mhm.
for instance, in this case, she wasn't able to raise his baby. I can
Mhm.
remember how you can say his um, puppy. I
Mhm.
think that is it's not correct to
Like
use this
the
because
stuffy
it's
toy,
for,
like
sorry,
the toy
teacher.
that he was holding? The toy, the little monkey that he was holding? You mean?
No, teacher. He's cría, but in this case,
Oh,
is monkey. He's
uh,
okay.
quería
I'm going to
monkey, I don't know. The baby.
the baby. I'm going to use baby, and
Yeah.
it's for that reason because she was caught when she was baby. So he reject him because she was unable. She wasn't. No, she hadn't the knowledge. So that I consider that it's important that we know how to respect the nature because the
Yes.
animal belong to another um, kind of um,
Environment or
environment.
space, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
teacher.
agree. Yeah, I agree. Thank you very much, Christina. Oh, yes, Jennifer?
Yes, teacher. I'm gonna answer the first one question and second one. Okay, like conclusion or a summary about it. About it. Uh, um, I can't. I cannot say that if Sus likes me or don't like me, because I have never gone to a zoo. Never gonna zoo.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I imagine that and looking photos. I think that I don't like. I don't like a zoo. I don't like a lot. Okay, because I don't know. I feel in that condition that the animals are. Yes, it is not a healthy condition, and many times there is no healthy condition. Mm, the species probably are not clean uh, in the correct way, and yes, um, the spaces are many times reduced. We can say that the spaces are big, but the natural environment or the habits for an animal, it must be another. You know, in the nature, when you go to the countryside, you see another scene. Yes, animals
Mhm.
are free. Animals uh, can walk everywhere, wherever they want. But in the
Mhm.
zoo, it's different. Okay, and then I feel that animals
Mhm.
maybe can feel nice. Okay,
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I
they
agree.
are
I
not
think,
well.
uh-huh. Yeah, I agree with you guys. We'll talk a little bit more after reading the article. I appreciate that you guys like answer the questions. Robert, do you want to answer the question or shall we get into the text? I just don't want to cut you off.
Uh, yes, teacher.
Yeah.
I like animals, but I hate watching themselves. An animal must be free. I have never visited a zoo. I think the animals looks like that. I suppose they they must feel in free,
Mhm.
you know.
Yes, that's all, teacher.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much for sharing your opinion and your answer. Okay, yeah, definitely this is a topic that each person has a different opinion and we respect that, right? But yeah, we'll talk more about it after we read the text. Okay, so it's a long text, so maybe we can divide it. So maybe Christina, you can read the first part, then Jason, you can read the second paragraph, then Jennifer, you can read the third one, and then Robert, you can read the fourth one, and then I will read the last one. Okay, and then we will like comment about it. But also, guys, if you have questions on like words or something, like just let me know. Okay. So, Christina, can you help me with the first paragraph?
Yes, teacher, of course. Are
Thank
zoos a good thing?
you.
Zoos are hugely popular attraction for adults and children alike. But are they actually a good thing? Critics of zoos could argue that animals often suffer physically and mentally by being enclosed. Even the best artificial environments can't come close to matching the space, diversity, and freedom that animals have in their natural habitats. This deprivation causes many zoo animals to become stressed or mentally ill. Capturing animals in the wild also causes much suffering by splitting up families. Some zoos make animals behave unnaturally. For example, marine parks often force dolphins and whales to perform tricks. These mammals may die decades earlier than their wild relatives, and some even try to commit suicide.
Uh, like, on the other hand, by bringing people and animals together, zoos have the potential to educate the public about conservation issues and inspire people to protect animals and their habitats. Some zoos provide a safe environment for animals which have been mistreated in circuses, or pets which have been abandoned. Zoos also carry out important research into subjects like animal behavior and how to treat illnesses.
Uh, Third one. One of the most important modern functions of zoos is supporting international breeding programs, particularly for endangered species in the wild. Some of the rarest species have difficulty in finding mates and breeding, and they might also be threatened by poachers, poachers, loss of their habitat and predators. A good zoo will enable these species to live and breed in a secure environment. In addition, as numbers of some wild species drop, there is an increased danger of populations becoming too genetically genetically similar. Breeding programs provide a safeguard, so red animals can be released into the wild to increase genetic diversity.
However, opponents of zoos say that the vast majority of captive breeding programs Do not release animal back into the wild. Surplus animals are sold not only to other zoos, but also to circuses or hunting ranches in the US or South Africa, where some people are willing to pay a lot of money for the chance to kill an animal in a fenced enclosure. Often, these animals are familiar with humans and have very little chance of escaping.
So are zoos good and good for animals or not? Perhaps it all depends on how well individual zoos are managed, and the benefit of zoos can surely outweigh their harmful effects. However, it's understandable that many people believe imprisoning animals for any reason is simply wrong. Okay, so based on the text, what did you guys understood about it? Do you think that this is like a article that focus more on supporting the zoos or kind of like saying no, definitely no matter what, zoos are wrong for like the animals?
Teacher, but I don't know. I feel that it's like an opposite side about food. Yes, it said that one of the objectives of SUS is supporting international breeding, about conservation species, or the yes, and uh, uh, talking about genetically. But at the end, it says that it is better, that it can be happened in a natural environment. I don't know if I'm wrong, but it's like the main idea that I could extract in the text, on for the text.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Yeah, that's correct. That's actually I think part of like the paragraph that you read. Yes,
Teacher,
Christina.
mm, I have a question. I
Mm-hmm.
can't remember what is the name of this kind of text because here we have different point of view. For example, in the first part, they highlight, for example, um, that kind of things that can hurt the wildlife. And
Mm-hmm.
on the second hand, for example, they highlight that kind of things that can help, for example, that animals that are impossible extinction. And in the third um, paragraph, we can find, for example, that kind of, yeah, that help that the humans can offer to the animals.
Mm-hmm.
When, for example, they offer rehab for that animals that are hurt, that are, I don't know, affect on health,
Mm-hmm.
and they close um, with that with these opponents to the zoos. But I can't remember the name of these kind of articles.
Yeah.
Could you help me with that?
Yes, yeah, of course. So as you can see, like what you were saying, you find like different types of opinions in this text. It's not a narrative because the author is not just staying with the same opinion or idea, but it's an argumentative article. So this pretty much means that the writer is like writing about a topic, but then he finds different types of arguments that kind of like go with the topic or they don't support the topic. I think it's very important the fact that the title of the article is a question. It doesn't mean like goods are zoos are good. Because if it wasn't a question and if it was affirmative that he was saying like, oh, the zoos are good, then the whole article would be like a opinion essay of like the writer supporting that zoos are good. But in this case, are zoos a good thing? It's kind of like an open question where the writer can write an argumentative article where he can say, okay, they might be good, but there are other people that mention this, and this. And then like he kind of talk about positive and negative opinions about the zoo, but also at the end, I would say in the conclusion, he says, however, it's understandable that many people believe imprisoning animals for any reason is simply wrong. So you can see how in this last sentence, he shared good and bad things about the zoo, but he made the conclusion, however, most of the opinions say that this is simply wrong. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yes, teacher, totally agree. And yeah, finally, you are right. It's an argumentative. And yeah, in fact, last period, I could have the opportunity to attend to an incredible lessons about the writing, and I couldn't remember the name of these kind of articles. But yeah, you're right. Thank you, teacher.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's very important. I think, I don't know, Jason, if you remember, maybe not, because it was last semester. I used to have like the exam preparation sessions, and with writing, we tried to like kind of like read the text, but also understand, okay, what does the title says? What type of text is this? Okay, what is the thesis statement? What is the introduction? What is the main idea? The details of the text. And that's actually very helpful for reading, but also for when you're going to write an essay about certain topic. So that's actually very good that you are learning that. It will make your reading and writing so easy. Like it will be a piece of cake for you. So that's great that you are learning that. Okay. So, um, let's see. So we have uh let's practice vocabulary. Oh, before that, is there any word that you guys couldn't understand from this text, or everything was like clear?
So
For me, it
far, so
was
good, teacher.
crystal clear.
Whoa. Jason, can you go first, and then Christina, and then Jennifer?
Okay. Yeah, for me, it was crystal clear. I understood, I think, most of the
Oh,
words.
okay, perfect. Christina?
So far, so good, teachers. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. And Jennifer?
Yes, yes, mostly ideas.
Okay. Well, that's great. I think also like a tip that I usually say to the students is that like try when you read these types of texts, just like don't force yourself to translate every word because then you will be like frustrated and then you will not understand the final message. Try to understand the context of the text by context. So anyways, if you don't, yes, if you see like a word and it's like kind of like confusing for you, just keep reading and maybe you will understand or find a connection of the text with that specific word. I have to say that one word that I didn't know about this text was poachers. Poachers. And poachers is like the people that like hunt animals. Like for example, the ones that hunt like rhinos and they remove like the horn. Those are the type of poachers. I didn't know that they were named like that. So there you go. Okay, so vocabulary gap. Let's see. So we have these words: habitat, suicide, species, illness, wild, made, environment, and tricks. So even the best artificial environment cannot come close to an animal natural. Does anyone has the answer? Like Christina, maybe you know the answer of the first one? Or
Yes,
you know
teacher.
what? I'll give you. Oh, okay, you do? Okay, perfect. Yes. Which one do you
Natural
think?
habitat.
Go, let's see here. Wait, what's happening? There you go. Whales and dolphins in zoos are often made to perform. Jason?
Tricks.
Oh, okay, Jennifer. Tricks, thank you. Distressed and depressed zoos animals sometimes try to commit
Suicide.
suicide. This is so sad, guys. When I read this part, I was like, what are we doing? Um, zoos can provide a safe blah 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 for animals that have been mistreated or abandoned.
Habitat. No.
We already used
Environment.
that. Mhm.
Environment.
Environment.
Environment, there you go. Zoos carry out important research into how to treat
Illnesses.
Species.
illnesses. International breeding programs are particularly important for endangered.
Species.
You say species?
Yes,
Yeah.
I said
Yes. Okay.
species too.
Okay. In the wild, some of the rarest species have difficulty finding
Mate.
a what?
A mate, probably.
Mhm. Yes, mate. And the last one criticism of breeding programs is that they don't always release animals back into the wild. Let's see. Oh, that's great. We did perfect. Okay. Okay, so it seems that we are like good with the vocabulary. Do we have time? Okay, let's try to debate like this article. After reading this article, do you still support the zoos or do you still stick with your opinion of like, yes, zoos are not good for like animals at all?
Eh, okay, zoos can be good in specific circumstances. Okay, but in, in a great part, a long part, uh, it is not so good.
Okay, it is not so good.
Teacher, I consider that it's good when the people try to preserve the specific species that are in extinction. So I consider that it's good in that
Okay.
part.
Okay. Okay.
In my case, I think my opinion was more or less
Mhm.
like the article. I was like, yeah, I don't like when they are uh, encaged because
Mhm.
they don't have space and they are not in their natural environment. But on the other hand, I said like, yeah, unless they want to preserve, but yeah, the article said even though some people try to preserve the species, then
Mhm.
they sell the animals to other zoos or to poachers, oh, I forgot,
Yeah.
poachers, and that's
Mhm.
pretty horrible. And something that uh, I didn't realize was how can an animal, I mean, how can animal understand that they are trying to kill themselves in order to look for peace? That's
Um,
a
that's crazy.
pretty, yeah, That's
That's
I don't know
crazy.
how to say this. It's just
Mm-hmm.
unthinkable. That's unthinkable. How an animal can
Yeah.
do that. So yeah, maybe it
Yeah,
worsened
that
my opinion.
yeah. Well, that makes sense. I feel that like it's like a very hard I would say position because I agree with Christina. Like for example, the zoo in DC here in Washington DC, it is known because like it's a free zoo and they are open to donations from the people that go and visit it. But it's because the animals that are in the zoo, they can't live in their natural habitat because they have like certain like illness or they have mental illness or like for example the little monkey that Christina was talking. um Imagine the little monkey in the wild, like he might be dead by now. So I understand why some zoos are trying to like preserve the species of certain animals, but also I feel that there should be like a better management and like regulations on like, okay, yes, this animal has been in the zoo for, I don't know, certain years, certain months, and he's fine now. Just release it. You don't need anything else to do with this animal. So I feel that like that will be based on like the laws of the government, how to like enforce and like kind of like let the zoos know that like after a while you have to release your animals because they don't need of humans anymore. And I don't know if you have seen about or watched this National Geographic video of like these photographers that they were like I think in the Arctic or something, and a bunch of like penguins get stuck in a hole, and they were like, yes, like we shouldn't like disrupt their habitat, like we shouldn't like intervene in the nature. But at the end, they were like, okay, we need to help them because if these penguins stay in the hole, they won't be able to survive. So it's like a hard position for humans, I think, or for us that we are not scientific and we don't like work with animals, but it's just like, yes, we don't want to like interrupt the nature and like what happened in the nature, like for example, a predator eating like another animal, like we can intervene on that. But I don't know, for me personally, guys, I am a baby with animals, like literally a baby. Like the monkey that you mentioned, Christina, the video of the monkey that was like rejected by the mother. I couldn't even watch the entire video because I was crying just with the headlines. I was like, I can't with this, I can't. So this is like a very sensitive topic for me. I would say that if I work in a zoo, I will definitely do my best to like provide like a good life to the animals, but I don't agree with like keeping them for the rest of their lives in the zoos because they will commit suicide. And as Jason was saying, this is crazy for me how an animal can understand to kill themselves. It's like crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, teacher, I consider that sometimes in cases where we are intervening, for example, helping that we believe that we are helping animals, when, for example, the turtles, when they born
Mhm,
and they have to do a
mhm,
large trip through the beach. And the people think,
mhm.
oh my God, look at this poor turtle. It's surfing because she can arrive to the sea. But we are interrupting the process, the
Yeah.
natural process that she needs when she come back to put her eggs on the beach. So I consider
Mhm,
that it's bad when we interrupt that kind of process, natural process
mhm.
that the animal needs. In that
Yeah.
kind of punch, it's the same reality. Okay, we don't
Mm,
have to interrupt in the text mention that word that is they were haunted,
mhm.
they
Yeah.
were catched,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
they were extract okay they were cut in a improper way. So
Yeah.
they were wrapped, and yeah. So I consider that is wrong for the wildlife.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's a very hard position, I would say, to like trying to not interrupt the nature, but also trying to help the animals. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, guys. Maybe we should, but um, yeah, I don't know. Well, because of time, I have a class at 10 a.m. or 9 a.m. in Colombia. I would like to ask you guys if you have any questions. What would you like to see more in these like reading sessions? I know that this was kind of like a debate and we didn't have time. We were supposed to actually uh, make a space to create a debate between us. Unlike certain people will support and other will not support. But yeah, I would like to ask you guys, do you have any questions about like the topic? What would you like to see in these reading sessions?
Teacher, first, I want to thank you for this opportunity for um, make this space for us. Yeah, I consider that this space are so important for each each one, for everyone. And for example, in my case, I consider that I need more these encounters, especially when in this part of reading. Yes, because all texts are not the same. And for example, this text has one or a vocabulary that sometimes we don't listen. And in this test, I found some word that I have never heard, and that's why. And also, I am for myself. It is a little difficult to understand about these new words and the because I am watching the classes here in my cell phone, but I like it. Okay, I like it this class, and I hope to continue trying with you and these classes.
Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, based on that, then I will try to work more in vocabulary activities that can help us to understand new vocabulary and how to use them in certain or different contexts. Thank you. Someone else?
You're welcome.
Um, yes, but as always, I really like the station. The reading was cool. I love this kind of readings because they present different arguments and good vocabulary and so on. So yeah, thank you for the class.
Yeah, of course, it's a pleasure, guys. I have to say that in these sessions that I prepare, I don't want to just focus on reading, but also try to practice other skills. Like for me, it's very important, the speaking skill. How can you express your opinion and idea in English? And no matter if you have like struggles with like trying to describe what you are feeling or you are thinking, this is a place where you can ask me about certain words that you don't know how to use them, and I will help you guys. So just to let you know, guys, these sessions or my sessions will be also with a lot of speaking, um, because I think it's very helpful for like when we are in C1, right? So we at this point we're supposed to like express our ideas and not just read, and just talk in Spanish, but also try to like express our opinions in English. So just to let you know, guys, if you have more ideas or if you are like kind of like desiring certain things to do in the reading sessions, let me know. You can write me on Teams. I will try to answer and I will try to like include those ideas that you have or are expecting to see in the reading sessions. I will definitely will hear you guys, and I will try to include them in the following sessions. Well, because of time, the class needs to be done. But I just sent the attendance link in the chat. And yeah, guys, it was a pleasure to have you here. I really like this class, how active you were. And yeah, I really appreciate when the students actually participate. So thank you very much. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next week.
See you later, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye there. Have a nice
Bye.
night.
Thank
Bye.
you too. Bye. Bye, Robert.